Hello, and thank you for listening to another episode of the Friday Pig So What, in which I will share with you something that struck me during the week and share my thoughts on why it might matter. I'll also try to tie it at the end to some kind of a finance or business transformation and a big kind of so what. In our last episode, or part one, we talked about having a practice and the importance of the practice approach. In part two, I want to focus on the 5 items I left you with. So those items were number one, focus. Two, the learning mindset. Three, practice, practice, practice. Four, goals. And five, put the client at the center. Oh, so the first one is focus. So why does a magnifying glass burn wood? Well, it's all about focus. The energy is focused on a single point, giving it power. But that's not all. Clarity is key. Be clear about what you want to do and what you want to be great at. A foggy magnifying glass does nothing. Finally, to burn wood, it needs energy. In this case, the sun. But in your case, it's about enjoying what you do and the people you do it for and with. If you love your subject and your clients and your team, that energy comes through and creates power. This guy here, he is the bread master. He made a multi-million dollar career out of being a bread expert because he loves it and he shares that love with others. You also need to develop a learning mindset. Have a learning mindset and always be learning and have intellectual curiosity. Challenge yourself and others. In developing a learning mindset, first learn from others. Why make somebody else's mistakes? Let them do it and learn from it. Watch videos, read books, and read blogs. Don't be afraid to ask. Raise your hand and seek help from others. Find yourself a mentor, someone who knows the subject really well, and reach out. You'll be surprised who will answer you. I have an ongoing relationship in my woodworking with a gentleman who has been repairing antiques for over 50 years. He is more than willing to share insights and help out. Finally, just get in there and do it. If you fail, so what? Learn from it and don't do it again. Keep trying again and again. How many missed foul shots do you think James Harden took as he worked to be able to sink them even under the most tremendous pressure? Practice, practice, practice. Learn from practice, but not just any practice, something called deliberate practice. In deliberate practice, you focus on improving one specific area that is most impactful and move on from there. For example, take golf. In a normal par 72 course, there are 18 holes. You get 36 putts. That's about 50% of your shots. So perhaps practicing putting over 50% of the time would be a good investment of time. Many golfers, however, insist and choose to hit balls with a driver all day. The reality is you probably only get about 14 of those max on a course, or less than 20%. Deliberate practice is about knowing where to focus and getting it done. Have goals and be persistent. I talk about this a lot, but the truth is, people who have written goals are 5 to 10 times more likely to be successful than those who do not. But goals have to be fluid. For example, let's say you plan to lose 25 pounds in 3 months. To do that, you have to eat well, exercise, and have a healthy lifestyle. But what happens when you lose those 25 pounds? Do you stop? Do you go eat burgers, fries? No. You might reward yourself, but you go on with your happy and healthy lifestyle. If you don't hit it, do you just give up? No, you persist. You adjust and continue the happy lifestyle and the healthy lifestyle with the same idea of having practice. It is a constant evolution that requires a healthy, learning focused lifestyle and mindset. Now, if this guy had given up when he realized he wasn't making his goals, well, where would we all be? Finally, put your client at the center. You go into practice not because you want to have a practice, but rather to serve others, to provide them with the best service and insights that you can. Revenue, profits, and success will all naturally derive from that. Hey, you may be able to hit one year's goals by screwing the customer over, but in the long run, your reputation will suffer and you will not get repeat business, which represents 50 to 70% of most companies' revenues. All right, so what's the big so what? Well, we're going to circle back to the 5 areas and tell you about that. The first one, again, focus. What is it that you're focused on achieving in your transformation? What is your competitive advantage? Maximize that competitive advantage and let the rest be noise. Have a learning mindset. We're always learning. The minute we stop, we fall behind. Learn from your team, learn from your client and others. Apply that learning to your project, to your transformation, and share that learning with your team to make everybody better. Again, practice, practice, practice. A team leader focuses in on the one behavior or best practice that will add value the most quickly and form a foundation for others. Then they practice and have the team practice. You may not get it right the first time, second time, or even third time, but eventually it becomes a habit of behavior. Goals. Without a goal, you won't know where you're going. Get them, but be flexible. Life is not linear, and neither is transformation, and that's okay. Finally, put your client at the center. If you aren't doing this for your client, then what the heck are you doing it for? So you can have a nice check mark on your resume? Let me tell you, nobody cares. They will care and will refer you if you put them first. So that's the big so what. Develop a practice and go out there and be the best at what you are good at and help others find and be better at what they are good at. Thanks for listening and make it a great day.